Good day, everyone. Welcome to this learning session from Training Location. We're an authorized DiSC distributor for Wiley Publishing, as well as a channel partner with the Ken Blanchard Companies. My name is Bill Harshman, and I'll be your presenter today. Thanks for joining us. Our topic today is stressors and motivators of the C, or conscientious style. Now, this is an updated session and is one in a series discussing the stressors and motivators of all four DiSC styles, which include dominance or dominant, influence, steady, and conscientious. Now, I've always encouraged learners to maintain a couple important pieces of baseline knowledge. These pieces are critical to understanding DiSC. First are the cornerstone principles of DiSC. All DiSC styles are equally valuable. Everyone is a unique blend of all DiSC styles. However, people tend toward one style, or in some cases, two. And your unique style is also influenced by other factors such as life experiences, education, and maturity. Now, the second is the basic DiSC model, which is also critical to understanding all the styles. A person's DiSC style is decided by the intersection of two dimensions of observable behaviors, including body language, tone of voice, expression, and even word choice. Now, the vertical dimension seen here is known as pace, or outward activity level, and described as either fast-paced and outspoken or cautious and reflective. Now, the horizontal dimension is known as your agreeableness quotient. This shows us that those who are less agreeable place a lower priority or concern on cooperation and social harmony. We refer to them as questioning and skeptical on the left end of the dimension. And a general term for them might be result focused. Now, those who are more agreeable place a higher priority on cooperation and social harmony, and we refer to them as accepting and warm on the right end of the dimension. Now, a general term for them might be people focused. Here's the key. It is the interaction between these two continua of pace and agreeableness which forms the four quadrants or basic styles of the DiSC model, and by which you ultimately identify a person's DiSC style. So let's dive in from this higher level down to a closer look at the conscientious style. We already know the two continua of observable behavior which identify the conscientious style. So there's pace, cautious and reflective, and agreeableness of questioning and skeptical, otherwise known as result focused. Now let's see more descriptors which broaden our understanding of the conscientious style. They include analytical, reserved, precise, private, and systematic. Now here's a reminder from an actual DiSC assessment profile for a conscientious style and the priorities that shape their workplace. Their priorities include ensuring accuracy. They're willing to do what it takes to get things right, not settling for subpar work. And a C, or conscientious, will analyze things carefully and make logical decisions based on objective facts. They focus on accuracy to ensure high quality outcomes. Their second priority is maintaining stability. Now, C's tend to be self-controlled and cautious and prefer predictable settings where chaos and uncertainty don't threaten the quality of their work. They can work under pressure, however, they dislike being pressured. Their focus is on maintaining stability to produce consistent results. And the third priority is offering challenge. C's tend to be logical and methodical and prefer in-depth analysis. They're ready and willing to point out problems and flaws. They're known to be skeptical of new ideas and will question people's opinions if unconvinced, excuse me. Remember the C motto is do it right. Now, here's some deeper researched information that contributes to our body of knowledge around the conscientious style. The C style has a need for safety and security. That is, to have things in their life be stable, reduce unknowns, and identify dangers and threats. This includes the need to know all the rules. Next, the C style has a powerful need to be beyond reproach. They might think, quote unquote, my actions are so justifiable that I can't be criticized, and I don't want to be the one to blame or be responsible for a screw up. And I'll spend time and energy avoiding this very position. The C style also has a strong need to or for control. For the C style, Social interactions can be challenging because they are so unpredictable. So the C might pull inward and control what they say. Now, be mindful that being a C style includes some driving assumptions that might help you understand the above points. These include their need for accuracy is from pride, not defensiveness. They avoid mistakes and rely on logic. And they must always maintain their credibility, not look foolish, and not lose basic respect of others. Let's take a look at the environmental factors which might conflict or support the conscientious style tendencies and the core needs we just mentioned. Let me preface this list of stressors with the following general description. As a conscientious style, you may find it draining when your job requires a lot of forced social interaction. Now, due to your high standards, it may be stressful for you when you feel you don't have the expertise to do a good job or when your work quality is being questioned. So here's that list of environmental factors which may trigger stress for the C or conscientious style. Having little private time, making decisions without time for analysis, being wrong or unprepared, dealing with a chaotic environment, being forced to mingle with strangers, being forceful or insistent, working under time pressure, dealing with conflict, being around emotional or erratic people. Now, you may have noticed some asterisks on the last list. I want to call out a couple points from that list. We spoke of environmental factors that may cause stress for the C. However, what if others' behaviors trigger those stressors? Let me share a couple thoughts about this short list from the previous page. For example, just knowing what you do about the basic DiSC styles model that we referenced, you see at least two styles that are more comfortable dealing with a chaotic environment. Those would include D and I. And can you think of another style who can make decisions without time for analysis or prefer working under time pressure or being forceful or insistent? Well, I'm hoping you included a D style in your response. And the S is not only on the opposite end of the agreeableness continua and people focused, but they're also good at accommodating others, including being forced to mingle with strangers. So, on some level, each of the other three styles' natural behavior may be a stress trigger that you need to be aware of. Not being aware of this is a bigger problem. So, just food for thought whether you're a C, you manage or are managed by a C, or you work alongside a C. So now let's take a look at the environmental factors which might align or support the conscientious style tendencies and core needs. Now, different people find different aspects of their work motivating. As a C or conscientious style, you probably prefer to work in stable setting where logic is recognized, appreciated, and high standards are rewarded. Here's a list of environmental factors which may provide motivation for the C style. Creating efficient systems or procedures, catching errors or flaws in design, setting high standards, solving problems through logic, ensuring quality, providing in-depth analysis, emphasizing accuracy and precision, working independently, and just being an expert. Now, what's the so what? I always like to ask that in my lessons here. Here's some general observations from research that might help you extract information from today's lesson. Excuse me, as an individual contributor, C's are will likely appreciate having the independence to get absorbed in analytical problem solving. However, when they move from being an individual contributor role to having more of a management/leadership role, it can catch the C off guard. People need praise, encouragement, and emotional support. The new result focused C manager will have to recognize that you get better performance out of people and better teamwork when they are attentive to these needs. Here's a little more so what. Remember, these assumptions are driving your behavior, your thoughts, and your emotions. Become consciously aware of them so you can make decisions and choices in a more deliberate, intentional, and responsible fashion. Now, go be that accurate, stable, challenging, and do it right conscientious style. The world needs more present, aware, and responsible C's. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and that this overview has increased your awareness and knowledge and familiarity of the DiSC, specifically the conscientious style. Whether your needs include leadership, onboarding, employee engagement, culture change, coaching, team building, or simply communication, DiSC is a research-based, proven leading training solution. It's impacted more than 8 million learners in over 130,000 organizations and through 14 languages in over 70 countries. Here's two simple points. DiSC provides a quick, intuitive way to understand yourself and others. And this delivers an immediate and lasting impact on the performance of people and culture of organizations. As always, the key to effectiveness through DiSC is understanding your and others' styles, then using that knowledge for improved interaction. So here's our contact info. And before you go, I'd like to extend you a resource and a request. I'll be happy to send you a sample PDF of any of the DiSC profiles you see on our website. Or if you'd like to discuss a complimentary live webinar introducing DiSC or one of the profiles to your team or organization, please use the email shown, info@training location. Be sure and check out our learning blog at the website and click on blogs. And before you close your screen, we always appreciate your like, your share, or download. And of course, for continued learning, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye till next time.